Different camera. There we go. We set it up. Now we're going to be live. Let's go here so we can watch the chats. We should mute. Control. Function mute. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, we can. Look at that. All right. We need paint. We need everything to paint. All right, Bob. We need paintbrushes. That's useful.
Yep.
Painting. That's kind of one of those important things.
Yeah, kind of.
We need some water. That's kind of useful too. Well, I think this is way too big of a container. I don't think I'm going to use this any much after this.
I got some small things for, well, your cutting boards that are big around.
Yeah.
Got lids on them. And
It's usually I usually use smaller stuff.
dollar store. Fancy.
Aren't you just fancy, Bob? Okay. That one. Let's start with those brushes and see if that's enough. We need a palette. We need a metallic. What's going on here, bro? Did I pressurize this already? Oh, yeah. Pressurized. All right. Let's see what we can paint here. That's already painted, so move that out of the way. Where's my paint? We need metallics. We'll turn the light up here a little bit. So I can see something. Maybe change a different color. I like that. That's the color I like. All right. Wop, 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 wop. What are we painting today? We are going to paint, I think we're going to start with ammo boxes. We got Grave Lord. We need metallic paints. There's golden armor. Bronze. We won't use those two. Wow, it's zoomed in quite a bit. Zoop. Let's zoom out a little bit. Hey, zoom out. Zoom out. No. Oh, there we go. All right. Talent bronze. We need the dark. What's the? Do you ever use the bronze, the metallic speed paints, Bob?
Very little. But I haven't had a whole lot of things in there. Now,
Enchanted steel.
Look dark. You want to go with the enchanted steel.
Yeah, that's enchanted steel right there. That's kind of a darker.
Yep.
Enchanted steel's kind of cool. I think that's what we'll do. Maybe you know what? Let's not work on metallics. Let's just work on books. Paint up a bunch of old books. This way we can just use easy colors. Use a little pallid bone. A little brown. Where's the browns? Browns. Actually, we use a little a little grim black for some of the bindings. We need hardened leather. And then what's dark wood? Where's dark wood? Dark wood, where are you? Hello, Darkwood. Can you come out and play? There you are. Nope. That is something else. Scar, did you eat my Darkwood? Oh, there it is, Darkwood. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be painting these little books, and we're going to paint them different colors, and we're going to have fun. So, there we go. At least we're going to try to have fun. We'll see, I guess, how much fun it really is. Depending on how frustrating it gets. I think we're going to start with painting the paper first on the books. The reason being, as you can see, that if we mess up on the paper, we can cover it up with the... Has it got bookmarks in there? Holy crud. So I'll have to paint the bookmarks too. That'll be great. But if we painted the books, the paper, and then we can go back over the edges with the darker color and cover up the mistakes. So, and also, I guess we can do some scrolls. Same concept. We'll do all the light color first, and then we can cover it up. The mistakes. Because that's what we do in this paint game, is we cover up mistakes. I don't care what any painter says, that's what we do. And if they say they don't make mistakes, they're lying through their teeth. Because every painter makes mistakes. That's right. Well, that's true. So you're right. There aren't any mistakes. They're all happy accidents, as the mighty Bob Ross would say. God rest his soul. All right, so let's see here. We'll start with Pallid Bone. Actually, is there a better color for that? That's the lightest color it is, right? Pallid Bone, but white, but that doesn't count because that just comes out like gray. We'll start with this color. See, Pallid Bone, which is kind of a papyrus color. We're only using speed paints because, well, I like to just use speed paints because I wanted to see how far I can take this with just speed paints. And I don't have the speed paints 2.0 set, so we're using just the originals. There we go. Oh, oh. Gosh darn, it's harder than it looks. This sucks. Don't be a knucklehead. You should get up out of my face too. Nobody wants your nonsense, but hey, what it is. Okay, let's try this again. No, I'm not doing all right. Having many issues. My camera keeps getting in my way and it's making me pouty. There we go. Now we're starting to get there. How you doing, Riza? Good, I hope. You take care, Bob.
Yep.
It's kind of funny because when we use a generic store name for people, we use Gamer Bob or Gamer Joe. So we could actually talk about you and nobody would know if it was actually you.
Exactly.
I mean, other than right now, but it's okay. It's just a lady watching, a friend lady.
You know, I get a kick out of this. There's not ice anywhere. They're right out here.
Right.
So,
Well, you know. Is the audio and video coming through okay? Normally I could harass my daughter about this, but I don't know if she does her on YouTube. Oh, let's get Jimmy John's. That sounds good. I don't even know where the closest Jimmy John's is from here.
Near Jimmy Johnson. I know of it.
Detroit Lakes. Okay.
Yep.
So that's a little way. Ooh, I'm getting to be a professional. My audio is good already. Do. So we got to paint. This is exciting. You know, painting is relaxing. It's the results, though, that really matter. When you get the results and you have a nice painted item, and it's like, I did that. It's fantastic. I'd actually encourage to make a few mistakes on these books with the paper. It gives each book its own unique look. Because you got to imagine these books are old. They're in a library. They've been stained. They've been scarred. They've been maybe through a fire. Who knows? Sitting in some kid's bedroom or some evil necromancer. It's the same thing as a kid, right? Evil necromancer kid, same thing. Maybe some wizard stuff that went bad at one point. They gave you a cookie and a brownie. Nice. You scored. Pays off to be nice to people, doesn't it? Get up there. You can see how the paint pools. That's what the speed paints do. It's kind of a wash. You see it's kind of pooling in the crevice. I'll show you the finished. Wow, by the time I'm done with the last book and the papers, I'm sure I'll go back and the other stuff will be drying up by then. I do really, really wish I could just play some kind of music in the background, even if it was like DRM free stuff. That way, for the moments I got to focus, I can have some noise going on without sounding like it's just dead in here. All right. Decided I'm going to try and live stream more often, just to get more practice. I want to try and get more practice on painting and painting tutorials, and for what type. I'm literally using YouTube app. The live streaming app they have. Well, it's not really an app. It's just a YouTube app. They have a live stream function. I could use. I do have. What is that open source stuff called? Let me look. That I have used before. Let's see here. I do have OBS that I've streamed off of before. Oops, that's Discord. That ain't gonna work. But yeah, YouTube has its own app. And it works out pretty darn handy, if you ask me. It's like Twitch has its own app now too, so you don't have to use any other app other than Twitch. Okay, I broke my stream. That's really nice. Well, that's okay as long as the chat's working. I don't care if the stream's actually working. Yeah, that actually works pretty nice. I don't mind that. There's just a lot of little functions in there. I don't understand how they work. And unless the other guy, Javen's, here with me, I don't want to try and mess with that one too much because I don't understand it all. YouTube apps literally just push a button and go. Take it easy, Bob.
Yep, you too.
See you next time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case you didn't know we were in the store today. Of course, that's where all my paints are, so that's kind of why we're in the store. All right. And then these we're going to paint dark, a little darker brown. Oh, good. Hear the grumpy old man in the background, huh? I do recommend, Riza, if you ever paint, that speed paint's a really nice, easy way to do basic painting. You're not going to get the advanced, fancy, award-winning paints, but you're going to get definitely tabletop ready and decent quality. If you ever get around to painting. Hey, Kate, you know what we should do? We should put a sign on the door that warns people that I'm live streaming, so if they come in, they're not completely ridiculous. So if it's Travis, he doesn't come in here and start bellowing racist remarks. Well, I actually have a sign, see?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I made signs for it. See, I have one I can hold up. And then if it's whatnot, I could do that. But I made signs. I'll show you. Oh.
Do you want me like tape them outside?
Just on the door, yeah. That way, if someone comes into the store, they can see that we're.
The inside one here.
Yeah, the inside door is fine. There you go. Huh?
It's a bubble.
Oh, well, you know what? It's not, I don't need to be too professional. I don't need to be too professional, gold, darn it. Are you going to start doing tutorials on your art there, Marie? Or Marie Riza? Sorry. My brain. Or at least live streaming you doing it. Da. Come on, we need more paints. Probably not too much more, though. Thank you, Scar. I'll just call. Whoa. I'll just call you that from now on. How does that sound?
That's fine.
That way, if any of your, you go. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that would be cool. Watching digital drawing. Oh, come on. Whoa, 2 more scroll piles left. Ooh. How's EG ads? Gotcha. It's nothing I'm ever gonna forget. That is so beautiful. That young man come in here and called you EG ads. I'm like, wow. No, oh, not that. Okay, I'll call you EGAD. EGADs. No, it's just a flat no. Jeez. Fair enough. Fair enough. Did you go see the new Ghostbusters movie, Frozen Empire? I wanted to. I just didn't. Was not up to it. La 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 la. I actually like that I don't have to have a video going on my laptop and I can just have the chat up. It's kind of nice. Probably saves on bandwidth too. All right. Ugh. What? Why are you not going to movies, man? What the heck? Movies are fun. That was hard. Let's do Hard and Leather. It's a little darker brown here. Well, it's not as dark as the other one we're going to do, but let's see here. Some of the first books. No, that's not first books. We can't even paint these with yet. Let's get a little lower here. Not dry, not dry, not dry. Gotta wait till it's dry. Otherwise, it just will make a mess. So, we'll move on to something else. We'll paint these. I'll paint the wood on these things. Bless you. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's all good. Just working, work, huh? And some gaming. I think you said you were doing some gaming. Like Final Fantasy 14, I believe. If I recall correctly. Worth trying and gaming. What a life to live, huh? Kind of like it. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I don't do a lot of drawing, but I do painting. And if I keep my pictures in the camera, then you can see that too. Which animal wrecked your garbage can? Oh boy. Hopefully it wasn't a local crackhead. Sorry. I don't know if you have crackheads living near you or not, but I hope it wasn't. Wow. Hope you're not catching the language next door. He said bad words. Now I don't know what to do with it, though. I can't hold it. Oh, yeah. I know what. Can't set it down because of the paint will. Here, let's clip it. There we go. We can clip them. That should be fine. Since I have 3 of them, I will clip 3 of them. All their claw and bite marks. Well, you know, I mean, crackheads are crackheads. I'm just saying. They do what they gotta do. It's not fair to blame them, but it's also not fair to rule them out. Jeez, I just knocked that over too. Wow. Good job, Bozo. All right. So a person might wonder why I do all this. Well, I'm painting all these up because I held a live auction with just some very basic painting. Well, most of the minis were basically painted very basic. And I thought it went pretty well. Like, I was pretty happy with it. Definitely a crackhead. Eating your squirrels, too. Just saying. What do the poor squirrels do to deserve that kind of treatment? Anyway, yeah, so I'm painting these up for basically to run another auction, but I want to make sure I have lots of stuff to paint because I want to sell parts in chunks if I can. Lots. Like, I want to sell like a weapon rack with, you know, maybe a few other pieces of furniture to go into a room and set it up like that. So I got to paint up a bunch of little pieces. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, I try to make some sense. Doesn't always work. Oh, I touched. You see that? That's like a bonus. And I'll show you what I mean when I get to that point again. It's okay to mess up on this. Happy little accidents. I think I just heard Scar scoff at me. She's an elite painter. My daughter has turned out to be a fantastic painter. I'd like to say it's because her teacher is such a good person, but I'm not sure that's the case anymore. I just got her hooked on it. So if she ever has to go to rehab, I'm sure I'm going to get a bill for it. I'm talking to paint rehab, not drugs. Come on now. Maybe she's the one digging in your garbage can. Huh? She pleads the fifth. It might have been her. Oh. Yeah, she is the master. Yeah, in fact, hey, why don't you bring me your one of your minis that you're painting over there? I want to show you. Of course, to be fair now, we're doing 2 different styles of painting right now. I am literally using speed paint. She is not. In fact, I don't know if she's put speed paints on these minis that she's going to show me. She's going to show me it. Yeah, Tyrannid. I think they're Tyrannids from Warhammer 40K. Okay, let me put my stuff down here.
Wings are actually speed paint. And then dry brush
Okay.
over.
Let me do this. Let me raise this up a little bit so I can see too. There, this is something she's just done here not too long ago. She's doing some commission work for somebody. It's pretty silly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I know, right?
These
Exactly.
These two are much less creepy.
Yeah, she's got the shading. You can see the different color highlights. You have the blood detail. That's gross. It is disgusting. Here, I got another one. There's a little bigger version. And then we'll show you something that's not, yeah, it's not done, but you wouldn't tell by looking at it. Probably shouldn't touch the grass because she just did this today.
I did it a couple minutes ago, yeah.
Then we'll show you a couple of other non-gory models. Yeah, I know. It's a. Oh, let's see if we can. I'm gonna put it back on that one so you can see the shot. Oh, come here. Let me get a. You can see here the. Oh gosh, that was probably not the right color. See how the light shades up onto the clothing? You can see it's reflecting off her. It's really, really freaking cool. All right, one more, and then we'll get back to doing my basic paint jobs. Oh, this one she must be proud of this one. I like this one. This one's got a lot of colors on it. I think it's called the Flower Knight from a game called Kingdom Death. But all the terrain and stuff she added, like the little mushrooms and the flowers and the rocks. These are other than that, they're just plain base. Oh, this isn't Warhammer. This is called Kingdom Death, these minis. And yeah, these are the non-gory, non-gory minis of Kingdom Death.
No. I'll pull out the big box to find the gory monsters.
But yeah, so that's what she's been doing. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Scar. Appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing around here. We've been painting. She's been making good money doing it. She does commission work, and so she's been practicing. At some point, we're going to take pictures of all of it and throw it up on Fiverr. And we just have to both not be doing something busy at the time to do it together because I don't want to do it by myself. Something tells me deep down inside she wants to go for the golden demon.
I do someday.
See, there you go. She said so.
Crystal brush gets you more money.
Oh, the crystal brush gets you more money.
Well, first place crystal brush gets you 20 grand.
Holy smokes!
Paintbrush statue.
Nice. Yeah. So there you go.
Golden Demon just gives you a contract with Games Workshop.
Oh, is that it? Just a contract with Games Workshop?
And the big bull, the golden sword.
So maybe both?
Yep.
Why settle for one when you can have both?
You could technically in the crystal brush, it's one mini per category rather than just one mini altogether. So if you won first place in all the categories you submitted for, you get 20 grand plus 20 grand.
Good Lord. That's pretty good. That's a way to make a living. Win a couple awards a year. The rest of the year, you just paint for fun.
A couple months of work for 20 plus grand.
Yep. Well, in your acceptance speech someday, you'll have to say thanks for my dad for getting me into this. Mention Guff stuff for shamelessly plug our store. I know you'll probably be living in a big city somewhere with all the rich kids, but oh shoot! All right, what are we doing now? I'm gonna go back and hope my stuff is dried so I can finish painting. I'm forgetting to drink of water though. The books have dried, so I will start painting books now. Right? Thanks for the painting addiction, Dad. My life was good until you made me do this. I probably should get the paint back in the picture, huh? It's gonna be a little tough for here. I don't want every book to have the same colors, so I really should add a grabber so I could hold on to my books. Oh, fiddlesticks. This is tough. That's true. I actually have not drinking paint water before. Now, I can't say that about everybody that I know.
I do that on a regular basis.
Yeah, Scar, or Katie, or my daughter, whatever you want to call her. She does that on a regular basis. Maybe not intentionally, but it does happen.
If you have paint flowing through your veins, then it makes you a better painter.
Yeah. Her theory is if as long as you have paint flowing through your veins, you're a better painter.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at this point in life, I can't really tell her no because
Tell me what to do.
she's an adult. She wants to make those choices. Well, then so be it. Well, maybe I will paint all these books brown. It's a little trickier though because you can't hold on to these stupid books very well. Sweating out masterpieces. Yep. That's gross. Who needs to get new paint? All you have to do is sweat a little and put it in a bottle. You're good. My camera must not be in the same spot here. There we go. Oh no, that's fine. That's just gross, but funny. I'm pretty sure I heard her over there laughing about it. So she's not arguing, so she could very well be true what she's up to. Well, yeah, I have to wait till that dries before I can paint the other books. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Missed a spot, or I touched it with my finger. Probably touched it with my finger. Well, let's do some of the... Oh, yeah, well, that's not going to work. Come on. There we go. Not sure what that's sitting on. Not sure what the scrolls are sitting on. Some kind of, can't tell if it's a tablet or piece of stone or a piece of wood. I don't know. Well, we're going to paint them all up anyway, so. So they call them speed paints because one paint gives you multiple layers of paint style in one quick swish of a brush. As you can see, I'm painting on, it's just one color of paint, which is coming out of that little pot right there. And if you look closely, you can see that when it pools in the dark areas, it gets dark. And then, as you can see, like in there, it's lighter. So it's kind of cool. Oh boy. Oh boy, what's going on? Well, they should come to the live stream and ask me questions. Whoa, calm down. Calm down, Mr. Phone. Anyway, yeah, so you can see that the pallid bone that I painted the scrolls with, you can see on the sharper edges, it's light colored, and then in the depths, it's a little darker. And then in between, there's the paper looking stuff. So that's kind of the idea behind the speed paint, just to make life a little simpler and take a few steps out of the painting process. Yeah, they have a whole paint line now. I just haven't committed to buying it yet. And every time I think about it, my boss tells me no. Tells me for sale for someone else to buy. I can't buy everything in my store for myself. Just kind of mean like that. Wait, I'm the boss. What the heck? At least I thought I was. Oh. It is a little bit messy, though, I won't lie. It stains your fingers real nice, too. And it stinks. Speed paints don't smell as nice as other paints. And it tastes pretty bad, too. I won't lie. Go with brush liquor. And it tastes gross. Yeah, exactly, you. Although I will say that if someone sat down and made me taste the speed paint, I would taste the regular colors over the metallic any day. Because metallic is nasty. Oops, and I just threw that one. It's fairly disgusting and gross. Wow, cat's making noise. He's grumbling. He's sleeping, but he's grumbling. Yeah, we have a store cat. Well, he's not going to be a store cat forever. He just happens to be one right now. Because we can't trust him at home alone with the dog and the birds. Yeah, as soon as I'm done painting this, I'll point the camera at him. You can see his little mug sticking out of his little sleepy hole. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can find Skitty. There he is. I'll zoom in a little bit on him. Ooh. There's a little Skitty face. Oh, look at that cute little sucker. Should we just do a live stream of the Skitty for a while? Aw, he's being cute. He sleeps up there because he can pounce on people when they come in the store. But yeah, that's our little shop kitty. He's way off the floor there. Ooh, bears versus babies. Yeah. Yeah, pets are awesome. He's kind of a little bit of a brute. He was raised by a bunch of gamers. Just imagine that. Wonder why he's a brute. All right. Sorry, Skitty. Can't feel me forever. Okay, let's zoom back out here. All right. So, let's see here. Yeah, the books are getting done. Or the books are done, I think. This means I can paint the other book brown. I don't want to paint the other books until I know I like this color. Because I don't want to. I'd rather only paint one book set a terrible color than all of them. Not that you asked. I just filling in some thoughts while I'm doing this and explaining why I'm doing it. Because, you know, YouTube's and all. And I actually got like I got people actually watching these long videos, as it turns out. It's really weird. I make like an hour plus videos and people are like watching them. We're not like thousands of people, but it's okay. I guess I'm not really expecting too many. I'm just doing this mostly just for practice and getting used to it and not feeling awkward around it. And yeah, exactly. Filling in the silence. All right. So, let's see here. I think what we're going to do is use a little Gravelord Gray, which I haven't pulled out yet. Nah, we'll just do Grim Black. We'll paint the bottom. Okay, so Grim Black. It's a pretty dark paint. Funny thing is when you're looking at half these speed paints, it's hard to tell what color's what from the top. So by looking at it like this, it's hard to tell the difference between this one and this one. Other than the fact that, you know, you can do something like that. This one's a little lighter colored, obviously, but some of these look very, very similar. And it's kind of deceptive. But I think that's what we're going to paint the bases. We're going to paint them black. Oh, I should just paint a regular paint black, maybe. Too late now. Oh, I messed up my camera again, so now I gotta. Ooh. This is one spot where I don't really want to mess up too much. Because covering darker colors with lighter colors is not nearly as easy as it turns out. Probably should have not painted speed paints on the bottom. But that's whatever. Who's keeping track? Not me. Gosh, that's a mess. Holy. It snowed a very little bit over last week. Last week was it? I think we were supposed to get like piles and piles of snow, and I think we were scheduled for up to 10 inches. I think they said, and I think we got maybe an inch total. So not too much, as it turns out. which is fine because nobody really wants to have tons of snow. Not this time of year, anyway. We've had a nice winter. I'm happy to keep it. I don't know if I like that black. I don't know if I like that. I don't know how to grab it otherwise either. It's kind of hard. Yeah, we'll leave it black. Whatever. Let's just do it. Probably should have trimmed that down a little bit too. Ew. You can see, well, here. No, I'm not even close. You can see that, here you can see it from the bottom too. You can see how that should have been trimmed off. That's a crazy. Let's see if we get, yeah, you can see it now. Right here. There's the little sprue marks, mold lines. Should have probably cleaned those up. You got some, you got some, yeah. Missouri and sleet. It's not really snow down there. It's just sleet. Ice. At least that was my experience when I lived down there. I know you don't have to pick on me about it, though. You're definitely going to hurt my feelings. I'm super sensitive. My mental health's not where it's supposed to be. I mean, it's getting better for sure. My sensitivity, I mean, kind of. I actually just posted a video on my Facebook about mental health. I actually have it on YouTube too, but I don't have it listed. Not about depression or nothing like that, just other types of mental health problems. See, I don't know if I told you, but I got pretty sick last year. Oh, no, you don't have to be sorry. It's not your fault. I got pretty sick last year quite a few times. I decided that my family life wasn't stressful enough, so I decided to add some stress to it by getting almost septic a couple times from an infection, but we didn't know where the infection was coming from, or at least the hospital didn't know. I didn't either. They found that it was a kidney stone embedded in one of my kidneys, right? I mean, if you're in for a story, I got a story for you. I guess I won't continue unless you really want me to. Hate to waste people's time with stories. Especially ones that could be kind of sad. Well, anyway, yeah, so, okay, well, I'll continue then. So, yeah, I spent, I don't know, I think I had 4 stays in the hospital before they found out what it was. And I won't go into all the long, boring details, but yeah, it ended up being a 15 millimeter kidney stone, which is about the size of a nickel, but round. Like a marble sized nickel. Stuck in one of my kidneys, and it was not healing, and it was constantly being infected. So it was basically, exactly. So it was basically just poisoning me. And finally, the doctor here in the town I live in finally decided to see if he could figure out where it was coming from and put me in a CAT scan, and did a couple scans. They found something in one of my kidneys. And so, yeah, we ended up getting it. Long story short, we took it out. And I'm better now. But that was for a good part of the year. Pretty sure I'm pretty sure it started like back in the end of 22, 23, because I went to the hospital for allegedly COVID. At least that's what they said I had. And they kept me in there for the freaking New Year's weekend. But I think that's where all my problems started, was around that time. And, well, that's not even the bad part. The bad part's what happened during that process, because the healing, like, I didn't feel pain. I didn't have back pain. I didn't have any of that normal kidney pain you would think you'd have. I ended up having some really weird brain stuff happen to me, though. And it's really hard to kind of explain to make sense, but I'll do my best. So I was in the hospital here in town, and I was laying there. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't feeling amazing. Yep, exactly. Hospital, and I swore I could hear our stupid home robot that cleans our that vacuums our hardwood floors for us, just to keep the dog and cat hair and bird feathers off the floor, right? But in the hospital, I thought, well, that's weird. Well, you're in a hospital. Who knows? There could be lots of equipment that could sound funny and robotic. And I kind of didn't say nothing and didn't really think about it. Just kind of passed it off as just being in the hospital. Plus, in the hospital, I didn't really wasn't getting good sleep because in hospital it's just not comfortable. It's not exactly a good time. Oh, I just see what I did there. You see what I did there? I shamefully hit that book, that parchment. Well, anyway, yeah. So I thought I was hearing that stupid robot, and so I finally passed out, probably from exhaustion, and went to sleep. Well, next morning I wake up and I still hear that stupid vacuum cleaner, and I'm like, what the heck, Well, that's kind of frustrating and annoying. And well, that's yeah. To top it off, that's not all that was happening. I was sitting there. I'm like, okay, I gotta turn this off, right? This vacuum cleaner is gonna drive me nuts if I can't turn it off. Get it out of my head. Plug my ears, doesn't do nothing. So I'm sitting there really hard focusing on it, and all of a sudden, something let loose in my brain, and I don't know. This is the only way I can explain it. A floodgate of sounds, and I would like to say every sound I've probably ever heard as a human started just coming at me a million miles an hour. Like radio stations and TV stations and old TV commercials and old conversations I had with people when I was a kid or conversations of people that were in a room when I was a kid. Just bits and pieces of tidbits of information. And I'm thinking stuff like Paul Harvey and the Lone Ranger and all these. Oops, I just dropped that. Dang it. Yeah, all these things were coming at me, right? And I couldn't stop the floodgate of sounds, and it was kind of freaking me out a little bit. And I was in the hospital. I'm like, well, they were talking about me going home that day, and I'm like, well, I don't want to tell them because I want to go home, right? Probably not the best choice at that particular time in my life, but I tried to fight it off, and needless to say, I couldn't. It was really weird. Just so like you see Transformers, Bumblebee, and all the different voices and all the different radio stations. It's kind of what my head was doing, but like thousands and thousands and thousands of noises at one time. Yeah, not good, and it freaked me out. Well, so I thought, okay, how do you fix things with your brain, right? And you're like, well, you meditate. You just settle down, you sit down, you really just put a lot of brain power and just meditate through it. So I go to do that. Well, not only was that a bad idea, but it unlocked something else. It was like I unlocked a superpower. Not only do I have every sound coming at me, I close my eyes and I start focusing, and the sound turns off. But about that same instantaneous moment, I'm inside this giant globe and have all the images I've ever seen in my life flying at me and blending in front of me. And I'm not talking nice things. I won't get into some of the gory details, but let's just pretend that I seen a cow and a chicken and an elephant and a car and a beach ball, and they come flying at me and they would just start blending in front of me and then just shoot at me in my face. Yeah, and that's when my eyes were closed, right? And my brain, I had no control over any of it, and it was really wild, like really, really wild. The only time it really stopped is when I was talking to somebody, and I shouldn't say stopped. The only time it got manageable is when I was talking to somebody, and I was really focusing on that instead of the craziness in my head. Well, again, being that I was in the hospital and they were getting ready to send me home, I'm like, I think I'll just go home. I'll go to sleep. I called it fatigue syndrome in my mind. That's what it was. And so I just toughed it out. I managed to get home. I don't think at this point I had told anybody anything about it because it was weird. And I just told my wife, hey, I'm going to stay upstairs tonight and I just want some sleep. It's been a rough week and I'm just tired. And I think I told my kid the same thing. I don't remember I don't think I told him at this point what was going on in my brain. And I laid there in my bedroom with the dog because she come and cuddled with me because I was gone for a few days. So she was sad and she wanted to cuddle. And I laid there listening to the robot clean and the voices and the radio stations and all the other stuff. And I just didn't want to close my eyes because I would see things. And I'll give you an example of one of the bad things, and I won't go into lots of details because they're still pretty vivid in my memory. But one of the things is like I had a baby picture of I don't know if it was my kid or whatever, but come flying at me, and then she turns inside out, and like things start coming out of her, and like voices, and it was just like, but I couldn't hear the voice. It was just like I seen it because I couldn't hear stuff when I closed my eyes. So I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, weird state. Yeah, weird state of psychosis. It was really quite a trip, and I spent that whole day working really hard to kind of tone down the hearing part, which I did at some point manage to get it so I could only hear one thing, at least loud. I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, and the rest was like background noise, like you were at a football stadium and you're talking to your friend, so you kind of tone everybody else out. That's kind of how I got it down to for the first day or two. And the images, it took me considerably longer to get rid of those. So I just stay awake as long as I could until I basically passed out. And it took me a couple days, and I finally got the weird images. And I got to the point where I could choose the images that were coming at me, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, no, I'm mostly recovered from that. This has probably been almost 6 months now. I still, if I get really tired, I still get some, like, I can hear the radios in the background, which is weird. I don't know why or whatever. The vision things are pretty, like, I think I've got that pretty much mostly under control, but if I get tired, I kind of get like movies playing in my head when I close my eyes. I don't know how, I don't know how else to explain it. It's really weird. But yeah. So anyway, the moral of the story is, yeah, sepsis poisoning is pretty crappy, and it makes you feel terrible, and it's hard to recover from, as it turns out. At least in my humble opinion. So, but I think for the most part now I'm okay. I think so. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that argue that I'm okay, but I'm pretty sure I feel better than I have in a while. Yeah, crazy, huh? I did tell my wife and my daughter and the people around me. I did make a video about it here not that long ago, talking about it, and I don't know if it's gonna, like, I don't know. It's just something I wanted to catalog because that's just weird. And if I ever go really crazy, I want that to be the evidence of where it started. Like, it started with my sepsis poisoning. Deal with it. So, yeah. Okay. So anyway, enough storytelling for the day for that part. That was just it was a real trip. And I hope nobody ever has to go down that trip. And yes, thank you. I am doing way better. I actually feel like I'm sleeping good. Everything just seems to be better overall. We've got to clean my brush now that I let it sit too long. A shameless plug for a brand that I'm not sponsored by or anything. I don't even have a affiliate link for them. The Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver. Fantastic stuff to clean your brushes. If you ever watched any of my streams or you ever watched me paint or even been in the store, you know that I love this stuff and I talk about it all the time. They should sponsor me, though, because I love it. It cleans your brushes so nice and it just leaves them in good condition. I know it won't help with digital painting, but it helps with, physical painting. So take those old nasty brushes and make them look good. It's basically like, I don't know what kind, it's like some kind of coagulant. And it basically, you can see that it latches on to the, here. They do need to sponsor me. It latches onto the paste. Then when you rub it off, your paintbrush just starts getting to be closer and closer to its original color. Oh, all right. So I think it's time to finish some books. I think I'm gonna try one set of dark wood books and see if I can't make those come out of a book. A book. It's a book. All right, dark wood is it's a darker color. It's not as nice and. Ooh, did I just? No, okay, I'm fine. It's kind of a. I don't know. It's just a darker color. Yep. Yeah, like a very hard leather. Yep. Except for it's called dark wood. So yeah, the hard leather looks more brown. It looks like a more this is what they consider hard leather. This is considered dark wood, but I think it should be the other way around. They should change the names maybe. Oh. Get a little sloppy there. It's okay. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Happy little accidents. As long as I call it happy little accidents, it's okay. That's my rule. What color the bookmarks were? Whatever color I want them to be, I suppose, huh? I don't know if I'll be able to use a speed paint on those though. Because I noticed that speed paints don't blend well with other speed paints very well. Except for like the woods and the palette of the bone and stuff like that. They don't do too bad with each other. But you start adding like a blue to brown, and you're gonna have some issues. Or the metallics. They don't like anything. Metallics are racist. They don't like other colors. All right, come on. Come on, homie. Let's do this. There we go. I don't know. I don't know which books I like better. I'll just make a couple piles of both and say forget it. I'm tempted to do some of the darker. Let go. Oof, that's a lot of paint on these ones. Holy. Here, let's get some of that out there. Of course, it's okay because they're not supposed to be perfect. They're books. They're old wizard books, and they've been through some stuff. They've seen some stuffs. I don't like painting the books, though. I can understand why when Scar painted them all the last time, she decided she didn't want to do anymore. She's a wiser kid than me, I guess. Yep, exactly. I think we'll just paint them brown. I think we'll paint the back of the books and then we'll do the fronts. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just making all this up as I go because I don't know what to do anymore. I like to get them painted today, but some of this stuff takes forever to dry. Oh, blah, 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 blah. If I touch the stuff when it's wet, then it just peels off. Turns into an absolute nasty fest. No, I mean it gives it character. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Come on, bro. What are you doing, homie? Gosh, man. See that? I just completely missed a spot there. No, stop nitpicking. I can cover that back up later. Yep, it does add character. That's for sure. Plus, they're going to be in a dirty dungeon, I'm sure, or Wizard's Tower. It'll be fine. I think I'm going to paint this one multicolors. Oh, okay. Yeah, and you can't stop me either. You just thought of a horrible way to paint books, so no. Let me have it. I'll try it. We just dip them in the paint. Dip them. Oh. You know, I don't think it's completely out of the realm of things that we could do. I don't know if I have enough speed paint to dip them in speed paint, but I could dip them in another paint. I could dip them in a wash. I see I have a big bottle of L.A.G.S here, which is what I would be using if I wasn't using speed paints, because L.A.G.S is pretty much the color of these scrolls here. These things. It's interesting. Do you have tweezers over there? I'm going to try and dip them in L.A.G.S and see what happens. I think that'll work. We'll see. Well, we're going to mix up L.A.G.S first, because I don't want to dip them. I don't want my fingers in there. Oh, wait. I have a grabbers. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if these grabbers will work. No, these grabbers will. Well, maybe.
I like those dragon eggs.
Yeah, they're kind of cool, aren't they?
I like those dragon.
Yeah, I just want to try multiple colored dragon eggs. Let's see. Let's dip.
Drop it.
If it drops in there, that's going to suck. Ooh, what is going on? That is a weird... I'm not sure I hate it, though.
Weird reaction with the primer.
That was a weird reaction. Yeah, that was a really weird reaction with the primer. You can see... Here, let me get that. I don't know what it did. I don't... It made my books weird. L.A.G.S is much runnier than the speed paints, to be fair, so it's just weird. I don't know how else to say it. Here, come on. Yeah, that's weird, because that's not the same color. Ooh. It just came out a weird color. I'll let them dry, see what happens. That was weird. You're skitty seeping. Because mouth, is he getting ready to bite you? You walk over and he starts showing teeth. Yeah, well, if he falls out, he falls out. No, I think the only thing I would need to do is just take off some of the paint on there because it's a pretty pool and pretty thick there. But other than that, I think it'll be okay. I'm not against leaving it like that. Other than the heavy pooling paint here. Could use a bigger brush. What's up, Skitty, huh? You gonna wake up? Finally go play some? I think the cat might be waking up. Oh, yeah, here. Let's see if we can get him. Zoop. Skitty, smile for the camera. Oops, get up there. Skitty, mew. Yep, mystery books. There you go, Skitty. Say hi. Say hi to the interwebs. Come on, Skitty. Say hi. Meow, meow, meow. Come on, Kiki. Come on, time to get down here and play. Come on. You know you want to. Come on. Kiki. I don't know if I'm going to be able to convince him to come down. He doesn't seem very interested. Maybe we just leave Skitty Cam on. I should get one of those gimbals that track too. So it just. You want to come down here? Come on. Somebody on the internet wants to see you. Come on. Come on. Not happening. And wait for Joe to show up, huh? All right, that's fine. All right, I'm going back to painting.
Do I need to grab the key?
I mean, if you want to grab him, yeah. I'll show him after you grab him. Yeah, he's just chilling. Katie's gonna pull him down. He's been up there too long anyway. He needs to get out and run around a little bit before they start playing games tonight. Otherwise, he'll get to be a little terror. I don't mean a little terror. I mean a huge monster. He's gonna bite the crap out of her. He's like, nope. Okay. Well, I guess that's where he's staying then. So I'm not coming down. No. No. It's mine. I want to stay up here. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I think let's paint this book up here. Darker brown. Oh, that's a black book. Okay. Well, that's the dangers of painting with multiple speed paints. Oh, well. Yep. Exactly. This is the bad book. Ooh. Actually works out pretty okay. You get out of the way, you're still wet. Oof. That tasted really good. Yeah, I know. I just want to get my brush point to go back to being nice, and I forgot that I had paint on it still. It's okay. You only usually forget once a day because then you remember how bad speed paint tastes. And you don't want to do it anymore. All right. Zoom. Oh, now you come down, huh, big guy? I'm in the middle of my paint. I see how you are, you little monster. Oh, yeah. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yep. Cool down. 24-hour cool down. I can't like painting in for 24 hours. Skitty, where'd you go? You go get Katie, huh? Go get her. All right, let's paint up the rest of the ends of these books. Oh, they're still kind of wet and gross. Whatever, it needs to be done. Do, 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 do. Yep, they are. They're going to get fingerprints, too. People will know I painted them by my fingerprints. It's okay. I have nothing to hide. I don't got no crimes I committed that I'm going to admit to. You'll have to prove it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't think I'll bring the books to the crime. Hopefully. Maybe I will. I don't know. All right. All right. I think I'm pretty well. Yeah, I got to finish up these books still. Commit a crime with little tiny books. There would be something. Come on. Yeah, the murderer's calling, leaving D&D minis, painted D&D minis everywhere. That would be great. The only thing in common with these murders is there's been painted books, little mini books everywhere. Well, not everywhere, because you don't want to paint hundreds of them, but it means I could frame my kid too, because she's painted a whole bunch of books for me. Oh boy! All right. All right, I think we're done with those books. I think I'm gonna take a break for a bit, and then maybe I'll come back after about another half hour, 45 minutes, and do another mini. I think I'm gonna try and do a mini, like a person mini, and record that. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit of break though. So I will be back. Thank you for hanging out, Riza. Been appreciating your conversations, and it's been fun. So until next time, my name is Scott. You can call me Guff. I'll be signing off. All right. Exit. Boink.